Hey folks, welcome back to another PoMa video. So today we're going to talk about, some of the free stuff that we're getting this month, which is very, very, very good. We're getting a lot of free stuff, and I like free stuff, so let's talk about it. So, first of all, let's talk about the Event Scyther. So the Event Scyther, we've already talked about, quite a bit about how good it is. It is very, very, very good. It's like that Lieutenant Surge that we got from, the BP thing, but, has no speed bust, but better in almost everything else, right? Oh my god, this is just such a great combo. X attack, all crit buffs, move gauge acceleration, and Leer. Leer. Wow, they gave a support Leer, a physical support Leer. That's just so good, man. And again, I don't think people still don't understand how powerful move gauge acceleration is. Move gauge acceleration is the main thing that could maintain a lot of dual striker teams, right? So you could throw in you're doubling the damage. Have another comparable striker on the team, right? On top of also leering the opponent, which is just great. I guess the only slight issue is that its HP is not that great, but it has good defenses. But yeah, it could definitely be a bit suspect if you're trying to tank with it as well. But generally, it should do fine, I think, right? It shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, this Scyther is amazing. The Scyther is amazing. The Sync Grid is, I'd say, there are desirable things in here, right? First aid, especially if you're trying to tank with it a bit more. Fast track if you want to buff your own. And most importantly, the NPR on No Stone Unturned, and NPR on X attack, all MP refresh, right? So you can max out physical attack and max out crit on your whole team, and also Leer move gauge refresh, because that's always good. One gauge move gauge refresh on that. Very, very powerful one gauge move, right? Is Leer the best one gauge move in the game? Maybe. That's just either Leer or Sing. Sing is just so unreliable though, so just because you can't 100% accuracy it with Troublemaker, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I'd say Leer's probably a bit better. But yeah, regardless, fantastic unit. Everyone should be getting this. Do not miss out on this unit. Do not, especially if you're a free-to-play player, do not miss out on this unit. This is so good. This guy's so good. So, and it's not just because I like Scyther, but it's a really, 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 really good unit. So let's talk about how you get this thing then. So this unit is coming out on an event called Sync Pair Up. Get it? Sync Pair. Oh no. Alright. Sync Pair Up event. Bugsy and Scyther, right? The info that we have from Absol over here, right? And it starts on the 22nd. Right. So it's still some time before it starts. But yeah, it starts on the 22nd, and you get it from here. It is not a BP unit. I see this a lot. A lot of people are saying, oh, there's new BP. No, it's not a BP unit. It's not a BP unit. Stop saying it is, because it's not, right? It's not a BP unit. You don't use BP points to exchange for it. It's an event unit. It's more like a legendary event unit than a BP unit. So this is basically what happens. So in part 1, you beat it, first time reward, you get a Bugsy, right? You beat the stage, not super hard, recommended level 30, right? The opponent has 1.5 gauge, 300 HP. You're gonna one shot it, right? You're gonna one shot it, and then you're gonna get Bugsy. However, that's not the end of it, because you will be getting more Bugsies. So what's going to happen is, it's basically, again, like the legendary events. You're going to beat these stages, and they're going to drop these event vouchers, right? You could use these vouchers then to exchange for more Scythers, right? You could exchange up to 4. So this event's going to give you a 5 out of 5 Bugsy, and give you 20 4-star power-ups for Bugsies. So you're not going to 20 out of 20 it, but you are going to get 5 out of 5 5-star Bugsy and Scyther, which is very, very good, right? Very, very good. So that's really, really nice. And yeah, just have to wait till it comes out. And oh, you also get sync orbs, enough sync orbs 750 sync orbs over here to max out your Bugsy's grid, so you don't have to use like regular sync orbs. Although it's not as big of a deal as the other two things, right? But yeah, you don't have to spend any of your move candy. Do not spend your move candy on this, because why would you spend your move candy on this, right? Not that it's bad yet, it's great, but like you got like free copies. Why pick up the free copies? Save your move candies for the BP units or whatever, right? So again, this is not a BP unit. This is an event unit, right? It's like one of those legendary events. So that's what we got on Scyther, right? And now let's talk about, speaking of BP units, let's talk about some BP stuff. So last month we got a total of 1.7k BP, right? If I remember correctly. 1.7k BP, that net us one BP unit, the 100 point BP unit. So we were, 300 points from our second BP unit and 2.3k points from our third BP unit. So let's check out how much BP we get this month, right? So starting off the story event, right, with which I'm sure some people have already completed this one. This is the Subway Bros one, right? And this one gives us, let's see, here's the missions. 40 battle points, 40 battle points, 40 battle points, 40 battle points, 40 battle points. That's 200, and then 50 more over here. 250. So there's 250 over here, right? So this almost gets us the second, the second one, right? And then we also have the summer event, the new summer event, not the old. The old one doesn't. Old summer event rerun doesn't give us anything. Well, it gives us stuff, but it doesn't give us any battle points. But this one does. This one does, right? So this also gives 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, and 50. So that's another 250. So that's 500 BP points total. So these two, add them together, that's enough for another BP unit, right? The next BP unit, because the next one comes at 2,000. We're at 1.7k. 1.7k plus 500 is 2.2k, right? That would give us the second BP unit. And we still have the daily region rotation, basically every single day, right? And so what we got over here is 5 days of Unova, 5 days of Kalos, 5 days of Lola, 5 days of Galar, 5 days of Kanto, 5 days of Johto, 5 days of Hoenn. So that's 7 regions total, 5 days each, right? 60 points per day. So that is going to be, let me do the math. So 5 days times 7 regions times 60 points per day. That's 2,100 points, 2.1k points, and then plus the 250s that we just got earlier. That should be 2.6k points. So that should be enough to, again, get us the next BP unit that we have, right, which is at 2,000 points, and get us the one after that, which is at 4,000 points. That ends us with, I want to say, 4.3k points, right? Which is almost halfway through. Which is almost halfway through the BP stuff, right? So I'd say very, very likely we should be able to get 10k points. Oh my god. By anniversary? No. At the end of the anniversary. At the end of the anniversary. So it's like or the end of the anniversary month, right? Something like that. So it looks like we should be getting our, at this rate, right? If it could, obviously they could change a lot of things, right? But assuming this is the same rate that we're going at, in 2 months' time we should be able to pick up Cobalion, right? Or Regirock if you're into that. Although I doubt people are. Unless you really like Regirock. I mean, I like Regirock, but I don't like Regirock that much. I want to like pick that thing up because it's not very good. But yeah. So yeah, in terms of like the BP units, right? There's some options. Oh wow, look at this update, man. This looks cool. Look at that. Makes me really happy to see Mewtwo on the list here. But yeah, the BP units, obviously the ones we have, Lieutenant Surge, we got Umbreon, Salamence, Tangela, and Morty's thing, right? Whatever it's called, and Umbreon, right? So in terms of these units, right? Again, like Lieutenant Surge is still like the best of the bunch, But you don't really have to pick it up anymore because we're getting Scyther this, end of this month, right? So they're not like exactly the same units, but they're pretty similar. Pretty similar. Scyther is, do think is an overall much better unit. Blue 10 Surge still has like some things Scyther doesn't have. He does have like the paralysis thing, so it's like nice to run him with, some paralysis units, I guess. Although it's also like not that big of a deal because like most paralysis units are also running with luxury anyways. Paralysis energy units. There's a few that don't, right? There's a few like non-electric types that have paralysis energy, but like outside of that, you do also have the speed buffs. Although it is very, very, very slow, but it's something, right? So you can still pick up Blue 10 Surge, but I don't think it's like that much of a priority anymore. So like after that, you should probably just go for, if you have trouble beating Master Mode, you could get Tangle up for like a free 1.5k Master Mode. If not, you could go for either one of Umbreon or Salamence, just depending on which one you need a bit more, right? I would assume most people would need Umbreon a bit more, Dark type tracker rather than a Dragon type tracker, because everyone has like Rayquaza, which is just overall I'd say better, right? And then and then there's also Morty, which if you're struggling with legendary arenas, you could pick up Morty, right? He's a great unit for a legendary arena, but not that great outside of that. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be for this one. I guess hope you guys know. Guys, think in the comments down below. Like and really fit us for our channel, some more PoMa's content. So yeah, a lot of great frees, like fantastic month for free to play players, right? Like we're getting 2 more BP units. We're getting Scyther, that's fantastic for free, and then we're getting Mewtwo Synchron expansion, which is insane, free unit as well, right? So anyways, have fun, folks. I'll see you guys in the next one.